Foster care can be a real challenge, especially for LGBTQ youth who already may be feeling out of place and uncertain about the future.
So that is where Mulligan's Manor comes in, one of the few foster homes in the country catering to LGBTQ youth, and it's here in the Valley. And Ian, you got to check it out, and what a great need it serves.
Yeah, I talked to some of the folks who work in foster care, and they say sometimes, these group homes are not. They can be tough anyway,
Right.
And then if you're gay, lesbian, trans, sometimes that can add more problems from some of the kids, and that's what this place specializes in. And we were able to take a visit to them over in Tempe. Mulligan's Manor is one of a kind when it comes to foster homes in Arizona.
I feel like Mulligan's Manor has carved out a space in the LGBTQ community that wasn't here before.
Joseph Kavanaugh is one of the volunteers at this group home that is open to all foster kids in Arizona, but has a focus on LGBTQ plus youth.
I had a really hard story when I came out, and my heart was hurt.
Kavanaugh says he can relate, in a way, to kids who come to this state-certified group home. Some with very tough stories of parents who rejected and even abused their children and teens after finding out they were gay, lesbian, or trans.
A lot of the kids have parents who cannot accept them for who they are.
Jenny Diaz started Mulligan's Manor 15 years ago. She's a therapist and has worked in the foster care world for a while. After seeing LGBTQ youth struggle in foster homes and even be the target of harassment and violence, she knew she needed to create a space where they could thrive.
A lot of times they come to us with nothing but the clothes on their backs, and that's really hard.
Here they get clothing, food, guidance, and resources with an emphasis on self-worth and self-acceptance.
So I was placed in the foster care system because my mother did not want me back either.
State law prohibits us from showing pictures or video of foster youth, but Venus, a 17-year-old who lives at Mulligan's Manor, says the support system here has turned her turbulent life around.
But now that I have therapy, medication, a support system, I now have a part-time job, and I have straight A's in my classes.
Diaz says there's many success stories here, helping foster youth heal trauma and realize the wants and dreams every kid deserves.
There's so many kids that have come and gone that have made better lives for themselves. I'm very proud. One of my kids is a judge. Another kid is a nurse practitioner.
Love to hear those success stories coming out of foster care, and she says she still gets calls from some of her foster kids checking in and say, here's the wonderful things I'm doing.
Good.
And that's great news because, the stats aren't great coming out of foster care.
Right.
A lot of kids have drug use and are incarcerated at higher rates. So to think that she's creating these success stories is great. To hear more stories like this, be sure to tune into our Arizona Family Celebrates Pride special. That is going to be Thursday, June 29th at 8:30 p.m. on Channel 3.